going to try and get some movement through the box, so I'm going to probably put some gilded pictures swinging on their hooks, just to give the idea of, you know, the fantastic excitement of this whole disruption we're being allowed to get out of the box. Actually, it might be quite funny to have Dickie looking surprised and we'll have him here perhaps, being thrown out of his chair by the disruption of air of the box being opened. Yeah, that might be the way to do it, and maybe his newspaper flying up. I tend to start drawing my figures with stickmen and just, now I think we'll have him turning around. And his hair going up like that. And his other arm, what's that going to do? It's going to sort of come in that direction. His fingers like that. And then his body. You have to take into account all the foreshortening while you're thinking it through. Newspaper. And newspapers are a really good thing to have in a cartoon because they can give you a clue to what's happening. You can write the headline, "Lockdown over." Now that's too close to that picture. That doesn't work in the composition. So we'll have the picture maybe overlapping it there. And those two are two at the same angle, so I'm just going to shuffle around those. It's just a composition point. I think we'll have it opposing. Have it opposing like that. Well, then it's hitting that. Okay, I have to rethink that completely. Let's just rethink the newspaper. That's too much on the same. Let's have the newspaper. Here. And Dickie behind it. And a few pages opening like that. And then we can put the picture back where I had it. But it's about sort of moving the things around in space to make them work. So there's the armchair. A cushion in there. And then we'll rub out the composition lines there. He'd be resting in his... I should think the weather will be quite warm then, so I'll put him in a short. I'm hoping that the weather will warm up. So we'll put him in a quite short, you know, his the blue top that he wears, the blue, what do you call those things? Anyway, and a shirt. And that arm is heading up there. So maybe he had, and then I'm thinking about what Dickie was doing. He was sitting quietly reading the paper, and we'll have the table going the opposite way. We'll have lots of disruption here. We'll have a little curlicues and that sort of table there, and his drink. Maybe he had it. I don't think Daffy'd be escaping during drinks time, so I'm going to put a teacup and saucer. Teacup and saucer there. See, these are all the things I'm just talking as I'm thinking them through, and this is how I think when I do a cartoon. Should we have a little, a sort of, oh, maybe we could have her chair here, just to counteract that. So we'll have her chair there. And the dogs were obviously all sitting asleep. Everything was sitting shit. She's just realised that it's the whatever date it is that we come out of lockdown. And I think that we could have a side table for her, possibly, there, and perhaps a vase of flowers, just for some different shapes. The daffodils will be over, so it'll have to be, I don't know, something else. But I'm going to leave this, and that picture is going to come lower and be getting sucked out of that draft from opening the box. There we go. And I think finally we can break out of our bubbles. It might be enough. For that. I think that kind of says it all, the joy of getting out. It's quite joyful in its line. It shows the kind of disruption because it's been so long that we've been locked down, and I think that it's quite a funny image, her breaking out of the box. So on all those levels, I think that will work, and it's all the family. So yes, that's what I will go and do.